Have you ever had a goal, something that you think about all the time? You want nothing more than to achieve that goal, but you just can't. For whatever reason, it's like everything should technically be in place. Like you want it bad and you want to work on it and you want to make progress toward your goal. But it's like some invisible force is stopping you from doing it. It kind of doesn't make sense how you can want something so bad, but at the same time not do anything about it. But I was actually the exact same way. And after some time of consistently showing yourself that you just can't do what you say you're gonna do, you start labeling yourself as someone that's just lazy. You accept that this is just your life and you'll never be able to change. Honestly, I am still that way sometimes, but the game Dark Souls made me realize that I'm not lazy. I've just been doing things wrong the whole time. Let me explain. In Dark Souls, there's this guy we meet who wears armor that kinda looks like an onion. His name is Siegmeyer of Katarina. He comes from Katarina, a land known for proud, honorable knights. Warriors who talk boldly, laugh loudly, and carry themselves like heroes. And Siegmeyer sounds like one. He talks about adventure, about honor, about overcoming the undead curse and dying a glorious death. He truly believed that having such strong ambition would naturally lead him to greatness. Yet, when the time came to start taking action, he always found excuses to avoid the hard work. He told himself that he can't progress until the gate is open, or there are simply too many enemies for him to handle, or that he needed to plan more carefully before beginning. He wants to be great, but every time you meet him, he's stuck. He always wants us to do something for him. Open the gate, lead the way, kill the enemies, but never actually does anything himself. He's not stupid for doing this, but we can see that he's obviously hesitant, right? He believes that once the conditions are perfect, then he'll act. Once the danger is reduced, once the path is clear, and until then, he waits. Time passed, and while his dreams grew larger, his abilities remained small. Warriors on a similar path to him have caught up to his progress. You, the player, start in the same situation as he does. You don't know where to go, you don't even know how to fight properly, and you die constantly, but you still move. You try doors that don't even open, you fight enemies that you're not ready for. You wander into places that you probably shouldn't be, and slowly, painfully, you collect souls. You get stronger and stronger, not because you had a better plan, but because you acted without certainty. And eventually, inevitably, you surpass him. His dreams didn't lift him higher. They made him weaker. His ambition without action left him frustrated, unprepared, and full of regret. But Siegmeyer didn't lack any information. What information did we as the player have that he didn't? We both knew the same amount, but we just acted while he sat and thought about it more. He lacked the identity of someone who acts. He believed his ambition would carry him forward, that wanting something badly was enough. But ambition without action doesn't build strength. It's just doing nothing and it turns into regret. You can do all the thinking and mental preparation in the world, but it really won't mean anything if you don't start taking some action. Otherwise, all of your ideas just stay imaginary, in your head. And the more Siegmeyer imagined his future, the less prepared he became for the present. If you're watching this, chances are that you probably don't lack the information either. You know what to do. And even if you don't know specifically what to do, like how to get started, there is YouTube and Google. You can figure it out, right? You have the information of the whole world in this device here. There's no excuse to say like, well, I don't know what to do, because you can figure it out even if you don't know what to do. If you want to do it, then it's worth figuring it out, right? If you lack the knowledge, then you know where to get it. You've planned, you've visualized, you've told yourself, I'll start when I feel ready. But readiness never comes, because motivation doesn't bridge the gap between wanting and doing. Action does. Siegmeyer believed that strong ambition and clear goals would naturally push him to act, but his identity as a dreamer created a gap between what he desired and what he was willing to do. He found comfort in imagining his future rather than enduring the discomfort of actually doing the hard work. Actually, the more Siegmeyer spoke of his plans without acting, the more his mind rewarded him as if he had already achieved something. His dreams became a trap and his inaction became his downfall. But in Dark Souls, strength isn't something that you just feel already. It's something that you collect, one enemy at a time, one mistake at a time, one run back to the bonfire again at a time. When you think about your goal or your vision, you may get amped up and you might work at it for a day or a week or however long you feel motivated to do it, but eventually you burn out. You just go back to square one and it's just like this repeating, endless, dreadful cycle. Siegmeyer wanted one great moment, one heroic act that would prove his honor forever. One burst of courage that would make everything worth it. One action that would solidify him and his honor in history forever. And then he could die happy. But both life and Dark Souls don't work that way. It needs to be small, steady actions that eventually appear as big over time. You don't clear an area in one perfect run. You leave the bonfire, kill one hard enemy, grab his item, and then run back to the bonfire again. Progress is survivable, incremental, unimpressive in the moment maybe, but it compounds, it stacks. True transformation doesn't come from just a single moment of inspiration. It comes from small, steady actions performed every day. Greatness is not built in sudden bursts of energy, but through the quiet rhythm of repetition. Getting started is always the hardest part, not because the work is difficult, but because the stakes feel too high. When you tell yourself, I have to change my entire life, your brain freezes. That task feels like a mountain, like a boss fight you're not prepared for at all, and that triggers the want to just avoid it. But if you tell yourself, I'll just take one step, then your brain doesn't panic as much. Now the task is small, safe, and actually possible. You don't need motivation for that. You don't need discipline either. You just need to begin. Action brings momentum, and momentum gives rise to the energy we mistake for inspiration. Those who achieve the most are not the ones who feel inspired every day, but the ones who act even when they don't feel like it. In Dark Souls, you don't need to clear the whole level. You just need to leave the bonfire. Once you're moving, momentum takes over. This is why simple rules like the 2-minute rule work so well. If you don't feel like doing the work, just tell yourself that you only do it for 2 minutes, and then you can stop after that if you want. Clean until the song ends, right until the timer hits 0. Most of the time, you won't even stop, because once something is in motion, it wants to stay in motion. The first push is uphill. After that, the work carries you forward. Progress doesn't come from heroic effort. It comes from lowering the stakes until action becomes unavoidable. You don't climb the whole mountain at once. You just take the next step, even if you can't see the top. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. This is the difference between us and Siegmeyer. He waits for the gate to open. We look for another path. He waits until conditions feel safe or perfect, while we move even when things feel uncertain. He dreams of action, but you actually practice it. You do it. And slowly, without realizing it, even just through the game Dark Souls, you become the kind of person who acts instead of just staying stuck thinking about it. While he sits there and just thinks about his next move forever, we get up and go try to do things even if we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We just go try to figure out the next logical step instead of staying and just wishing that the gate would open. Because how many times have you done that? I just wish that things were this way. I wish that it was the way that I wanted it to be. Well, it's not. So figure it out. And eventually, even if we had trouble, even if we were going the wrong way completely at some times, we found the way to open the gate. It took action. We found our way. The chosen undead isn't special. He doesn't have more motivation than everyone else. He doesn't necessarily feel ready. He just keeps going. If you're ambitious, but you also feel lazy, you're not broken. You're just standing at the gate, waiting. So stop wondering if you feel like it yet. Stop waiting for confidence. Take the smallest action you can survive and just do it today. You can't always just wait to do something until you feel like doing it. True progress that you'll actually see over time takes daily practice and discipline. Start with small, daily actions, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Don't wait to feel ready, because being ready is an illusion. You'll never really be ready. Instead, place your trust in habits and commitments. You are not controlled by your feelings. You are guided by your commitments. Strength doesn't mean saying, I feel like doing this now. Strength means saying, I will do this whether I feel like it or not. Leave the bonfire. Take the first few steps and then let the momentum carry you forward more. Don't think about all the other stuff you need to do. Just focus on what you're gonna do at this exact second. That's how strength is built. That's how ambition is actually used and put into action. Not just you are lazy so you just don't do it, but you're ambitious but you just don't do it. Just take the first logical small step that you think that you can handle. I really hope this helps, guys. If you like Dark Souls and self-improvement, I have a new free community that you can join. It's just the link in the description. I also have a course that I've made. It's like a little under 3 hours of content. You can also find it in my community. No pressure for either of them. Just the link will be in the description for both of them. I really, really hope this helps, guys. Take care, okay? Don't you dare go hollow.